This book was written by Albert Einstein. It says out of my later years. It was 10 cents somewhere, which is very nice because it's a hardcover, but it's just dirty as shit. Contents. Oh, hold on. I've picked the wrong area. These are not the contents. First contents. 1. Publicist preface. Next chapter is Convictions and Beliefs. Self-Portrait, 1936. 10 Fateful Years, 1939. Moral Decay, 1937. Message for Posterity, 1938. On Freedom, 1940. Morals and Emotions, 1938. My God, this man likes to bounce around years. You know, they oftentimes say that geniuses are insane, and I'm starting to believe it. On the next page of contents, the first thing that jumps out on me is a chapter called My People, 47. Why Do They Hate the Jews, 1938. Subchapters, Just What is a Jew? And Where Oppression is a Stimulus. I would like to see a world where oppression is a stimulus. There's an Unsubs flyer in the middle of this. I've never heard of this Unsubs band, but I'm pretty sure they're fucking awesome. Continuing now. Chapter 2, Self-Portrait. Of what is significant in one's own existence, one is hardly aware, and it certainly should not bother the other fellow. What does a fish know about the water in which he swims all his life? The bitter and the sweet come from the outside, the hard from within, from one's own efforts. For the most part, I do the thing which my own nature drives me to do. It is embarrassing to earn so much respect and love for it. Arrows of hate have been shot at me too, but they never hit me, because somehow they belong to another world, with which I have no connection whatsoever. I live in a solitude which is painful in youth, but can make that impression upon reading it. I think I'm just reading it as this voice would read it, but okay, I'll try. I'll give it my best shot. Reading once again the lines that I wrote almost 10 years ago, I received two strangely contrasting impressions. What I wrote then still seems essentially as true as ever, yet all seems curiously remote and strange. How can that be? Has the world changed so profoundly in 10 years, or is it merely that I have grown 10 years older, and my eyes see everything is changed in a dimmer light? What are 10 years in the history of humanity? Must not all those forces that determine the life of man be regarded as constant compared with such thrilling intervals? Is my critical reason so susceptible that the physiology change in my body during those 10 years has been able to influence the concept of life so deeply? Take 2. It seems clear to me that such consideration can throw light upon a change in the emotional approach to the general problems of life. Nor may the reasons for this curious change be sought in my own external circumstances, for I know that these have always played a subordinate part in my thoughts and emotions. No, something quite different is involved. In these 10 years, confidence in the stability, yes, even the very basis of existence of human society has largely vanished. One senses not only a threat to man's cultural heritage, but also that a lower value is placed upon all that one would like to see defended at all costs. Conscious to man, to be sure, has at all times been keenly aware that life is an adventure, that life must forever be wrestled from death. In part, the dangers were external. One might fall downstairs and break one's neck, lose one's livelihood without fault, be condemned though innocent, or ruined by calamity. Life in human society meant dangers of all sorts, but these dangers were chaotic in nature, subject to chance. Human society as a whole seemed stable. Measured by the ideals of tastes and morals, it was decidedly imperfect, but, all in all, one felt at home with it and, apart from the many kinds of accidents, comparatively safe in it. One accepted its intrinsic qualities as a matter of course, as the air one breathed. Even standards of virtue, aspiration, and principle truth were taken for granted as inviolable, heritage common to all civilized humanity. To be sure, the First World War had already shaken this feeling of security. The sanctity of life vanished, and the individual was no longer able to do as he pleased, to go where he liked. The lie was raised to the dignity of a political instrument. The war was, however, widely regarded as an external event, hardly or not at all the result of man's conscious